Hello everyone, this is Priyasha Das from CrackZat, and in this video we will be taking up the blood relations topics under the logical reasoning. And before that we have also taken coding decoding, and all of this will be covered under 10 minutes, so please pay attention, we'll go fast. Now this is the table where you understand what relationship is called what, so I will not read it out. You can take a screenshot or read it on your own, but then there are few things which you need to keep in mind while you're solving a blood relation questions. Number one, see, there's a general context of calling bhaiya and didi in Hindi, right? But then this does not get applicable over here in the questions, because when you are calling someone as your brother or your sister, you're strictly calling them as your sibling. Okay, that is, your parents are the same. So only when your parents are same, you can call someone as your brother and sister. Apart from that, any other relationship of the same generation, or kids born out of different parents, are called as cousins. This is one thing to be kept in mind. Nephew is only for the males and niece is only for the females. This is again a second thing which you need to keep in mind. Now let's talk about some type of Indian examinations, like the banking examination, defense examination. These examinations have a very common way of writing the word grandparent, or let's say the grandfather. So in this, what happens, whenever you come across the word grandfather, by default you have to take an assumption that this is the paternal grandfather. Paternal means from the father's end. Okay, so what we call in Hindi as dadaji. But if it is explicitly mentioned that it is maternal grandfather, only then we will assume it to be the nana, that is maternal grandfather. Okay, if it is not mentioned anything, then we will assume it to be paternal grandfather only. And one rule which you all should keep in mind is, do not judge the gender by the name. So no relationship with gender and name. Remember this: if this person is named as Aman, it is not necessary that Aman has to be a boy. Okay, you have to look for pronouns like he or the words like his to get an idea whether he is a boy or a girl. Now this is a generation table just to show you that different generations across, how do we call them, starting right from grandchildren up to grandparents. Your questions would come from this range only, would not go beyond that. Now further moving down to what I use. So this is a general convention. This is not fixed. It's not fixed that every time you see a circle it's a female only. It is one drawing convention which I use, so that if you are following my convention, my drawings would be better clear to you. So whenever I'll be denoting a female, I'll use a oval, and similarly a married couple will be with two horizontal lines, siblings with one, and difference of generation with one vertical line. Now, there are only typically two types of questions which you will come across in blood relations. One is called as jumbled up description and the other is relation puzzle. So, in jumbled up description, you can take a screenshot or you can just pause the video and try it on your own. In these type of questions, there is no stoppage. There's a complete continuous question. For example, here you see she is the granddaughter of the elder brother of my father, and it doesn't stop. So it can even go longer. So when there is dash, 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 continued expression, this is called as jumbled up description. And here the best way to solve the jumbled up description is, please note step number one. Step number one is identify who is the speaker in this question. So currently I can see that the speaker is the person in the question. Okay, so you have to identify who is the speaker in the question. The second step which you should take up while solving these type of questions is that find out the word is. Okay, find is, like I found out is. Now is always equals to. That means there are two relationships, one LHS and one RHS, that is left hand side and right hand side. This denotes the understanding between the two. Okay, so is, now here she is means the girl in the photograph. Okay, so girl is equals to some relationship. And then third step, which is the most important step, is using backtracking in the right hand side of the question. Now what is backtracking? Backtracking means reading the question from the end. Now for example, you fold out this elder brother of my father. My father is the first thing. So suppose this is the speaker. I don't know the gender of the speaker, or do I know his friend? So I know that speaker is a boy. Now speaker has a father, so the father will also be a male. Now there's a elder brother. Now this word elder is just additionally added, is not significant to you, so you can just understand that he is the brother. So if this boy is the brother, this becomes paternal uncle for the speaker. Am I right? Yes. Now, this is the paternal uncle of the speaker, and the last thing to note is that the girl in the photograph is the granddaughter of the paternal uncle. Now, there is a jump in generation. Jump in generation means I don't know whether like the son, it is the son or the daughter of the paternal uncle, but I do know that this son and daughter is having a granddaughter, which is the girl in the photograph. So now I have my relationship clear. That means the diagram is clear. Now, the fourth and the most important part technically is to find out with respect to in the question. With respect to means read the question carefully. How is the girl related to the person? Now, always read the last part of the question. Related to the person means with respect to the person. So, assume that you are the person, and if you are the person or the speaker, then how are you going to call that girl? So, you have to go one generation down and call her a niece. Okay, remember, one of the options is given as uncle also. So, this can be possible if the question is said that how is the speaker related to the girl in the photograph, just vice versa. So read the last part of the question very clearly, because this can bring wrong answers. So if you follow these 4 steps, I can assure you that your accuracy in blood relation questions will be 100%. Now, taking the second category, A is B's sister, full stop. So as you see, there are breakages. So these kind of questions are done with the help of diagrams, and we call them as relation puzzles. So starting off with the diagram, let me make the diagram for you. I hope you have already tried it. If not, then try it on your own and then start. A is B's sister. So A's gender is clear, but B's gender is not clear. C is B's mother. So C's gender is clear. D is C's father. So D is also clear. And E is D's mother. So E is also clear. Only person whose relationship we don't know, I mean, whose gender we don't know, is B. Now, how is A related to D? I know related to D means with respect to D. So I will assume that I am standing at the D's position. And how am I going to call the person right 2 steps below me? I will call them my grand, and of course it's a female, so granddaughter. Okay, had the question be how is D related to A, I will assume myself standing at A and I will call D 2 steps above, that is grandfather. But then the question is not that, it is related to D, so the with respect to part will be on the D. I hope you all got it right. Now, the last and the most important question, and this is my personal favorite question, guys. So just pause the video, try to solve it on your own. Then I'll check how many of you can give me the right answer before I reveal the answer. Okay. So I hope that you all have seen, tried, and commented your answer as well. Now, question number 3 is talking about the generation tree of X. Now, here we are not following the normal convention of circles and rectangles. So, how will we find out the gender? What is the gender of X? Read the question carefully and you assume that, and you get that he is written for X. That means every gray colored picture is a boy or a male. So every white color will be a female. Okay. Also, here a single line between them denotes marriage, because X and Y married and had kids like this. Okay. So the answer of this question would be 0. The reason being that is this line denotes son and daughter. This line denotes the grandson and granddaughter, but unfortunately there is no line denoting great grandsons, that is there is no third line, and therefore the answer would be simple 0. But also there can be an interesting question where they can ask you how many sons do they have. So don't you think that it is 4? No. Why? Because the direct connection over the sons is only in 1 and only in 2. These are daughters and these can be called as son-in-law. Okay, son-in-law, and they are not directly connected. So therefore there are 2 sons only and 2 daughters. So these are some tiny aspects which you all need to focus on. Wasn't this interesting? If yes, then definitely like this video and comment below and let me know. That's how it shows me your presence, guys. And please share it with more and more people. There will be more videos coming up on logical reasoning. These all things will help you a lot in the examination and will make you smarter. Okay, see you in the next video. Take care, study hard.